Fala galera, bem-vindos ao canal com mais um vídeo. Estamos aqui de volta com vocês com mais um Starfield. Estamos aqui, vocês estão vendo aí, estou recomeçando o jogo. Eu fiz algumas mudanças aqui, certo? Vamos ver se elas vão funcionar, né? Até então não aconteceu nada.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Pelo menos agora, tipo assim, vocês viram que começou, o áudio começou bem depois da cinemática, né? A pessoa falou a primeira frase, pausou, mas no último vídeo, né? No primeiro vídeo, vocês verem, dá aquela travada na tela e não continua. Dessa vez não, dessa vez teve uma certa fluidez. Ainda tá, não tá 100% legal, mas tá dentro de uma faixa esperada, né? Vamos fazer as mesmas seleções que da primeira vez.
Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Então, o Barrett foi como a gente viu, o Barrett foi a outra pessoa também que teve essa mesma sensação.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Noel, I think it's time we tested your theory.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Patrick?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Tá, eu não sei se vocês vão ver aí no canto superior direito da tela, né? Eu botei um contador de FPS do próprio programa de gravação. Quando a gente tá, o V5 está desligado, tá? Eu agora desliguei o V5, né? Quando ele estava ligado, ele estava forçando o jogo a se manter a 60 FPS. Por isso que estava acontecendo todos aqueles trótulos lá. Agora eu deixei o V5 desligado, diminui outras coisinhas também que eu achei que deveria tá prejudicando. Tá um pouco mais fluido, vocês estão vendo aí, né? Mesmo a primeira frase ainda tá meio agarrada, mas o resto tá fluindo com mais naturalidade, né? Vou terminar aqui de fazer as frases aqui que eu fiz igual no primeiro vídeo, né? E a gente vai continuar. Nosso vídeo vai continuar a partir dali. Esse segundo vídeo aqui.
But that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. Individually, they're just odd hunks of metal, another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Preciso olhar a cabeça, não, top, me explica o
You
que
should take
fazer.
some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Tá, beleza. Então a gente... Então a gente acabou por aqui. Beleza. A gente vai partir daqui. Agora deixa eu comentar aqui, né, o que a gente vai falar que cada um aqui que tá aqui, né, a Noel, o Mateu e o... Esqueci o nome do outro, né? Mas antes, deixa eu fazer aqui um comentário aqui. Não sei se vocês perceberam no vídeo, né? Teve dois pedaços aqui, esses dois pedaços maiores aqui, esses daqui que estão aqui sobrepondo aqui os outros aqui, né? Eles eram dois pedaços, tá vendo? Se uniram em um só. Então quer dizer, todos esses fragmentos é parte de um quebra-cabeça. Pelo tamanho total, parece que vai ser tipo um globo, né? Mais ou menos do tamanho do... Quer dizer, não é bem um globo, né? Se parar pra ver, aonde tá brilhando, vai ser mais ou menos... Vão ser tipo 3 arcos, né? Um sobrepondo o outro. Então, quer dizer, na hora que isso aqui completar, a gente vai ter... Eu não sei o que vai acontecer, mas a gente vai ter 3 arcos aí, né? Em volta aqui. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui numa coisa aqui. Tá, eu tô com sobrecarga, beleza. Jameson, método de pesquisa, inventário. Tá, eu tô com... Tá, a gente tá com uma sobrecarga do caramba, né? Mas tudo bem. Deixa eu ver aqui, atividades... Pequeno passo, essa aqui foi a última missão que a gente completou, né? Que seria a primeira missão, né? Vou fazer essa atividade, eu vou fazer isso aqui primeiro. Ó, Sargento Yumi e falar com o Noel sobre os alojamentos. Deixa eu falar aqui. Sargento Yumi é quem? É esse aqui? Não, esse aqui é o Walter.
Walter, you don't have to answer this, but I was wondering something. You sure spend a lot of time on Constellation business. Doesn't Issa miss you?
Ah, yes, well. My wife and I have something of an understanding. Apparently, I become rather cranky when I'm not able to participate in Constellation's little adventures. My darling Issa has concluded that it is in both of our best interests if I can spend my time working from the lodge as often as possible.
Huh. Well, if it works for you. We've always considered ourselves
Everyone
explorers.
here is worth learning
This
from.
really is uncharted
Yes,
territory,
even
isn't
a
it?
kid.
Tá lá.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Foi um pedido de desculpa, melhor fazer, você nem me conhece. Não, vamos já me chamar coisas piores.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Estás aqui, se liga na ranzizice da próxima vez. Espero que pelo menos as bebidas sejam de graça. Não, vamos.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Então, eu não esperava encontrar qual é a função da... Você tem a visão que eu tive... Vamos começar primeiro da empresa dele.
Most well known for ship manufacturing. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Você acha que a visão tem algum significado?
Very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Eu nunca tinha visto nada parecido. Ah, claro, eu vejo luzes da música o tempo todo, tá sempre rolando uma balada na minha cabeça. Não bati a cabeça recentemente, você que tá perguntando. Tá perguntando se eu já vi algo assim. Não, vamos ser educados, né? Não vamos sair falando.
Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
Vamos lá, qual a função da constelação?
Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here. Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home, as much as anywhere else.
Beleza, acho que a gente não tem mais nada que falar aqui. E eu fiquei sem bateria, gente. Lindo.
I'm not getting any younger here.
Gente, desculpa essa barulheira na transição aqui.
Bye.
Vamos falar com o Mateu.
If you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas. We're all here for the same reason. Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Todas as atividades vieram das cavernas. Você acha que aquela visão que eu tive... Vamos Uma de cada
Well,
vez.
there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
Tá, eu quero saber as suas presenças religiosas. Não, vamos. Tenho quase certeza que as partes são
It
negativas.
does kind of have the hallmarks of one, doesn't it? I'm certainly not going to rule it out just yet. That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
Desculpa, eu tava botando.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Então quer dizer, fora Barrett e a gente, nosso personagem, a gente não sabe quem foi a terceira pessoa que encontrou, quem é a terceira pessoa que tem essas.
Take care of yourself.
I've occasionally had
Essas
my
visões.
doubts about Constellation as an investment, but now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
Agora vamos no. Vamos botar. Como é Bethesda, a gente tem aqui uma mistura de Fallout com. Vamos falar com No Man's Sky.
Constellation living up to your expectations?
Absolutely, Sarah. I've
Só que a diferença é que é tipo assim, no Fallout a gente fica com sobrepeso, a gente quase não se mexe, né? Diminui muito nossa mobilidade. Aqui tá vendo, eu tô com bom sobrepeso, que o nosso limite, a gente tá com 135 nosso de limite. E eu tô com 200 quilos quase 210 de...
As much as I love uncovering new questions, I wouldn't mind a few answers now and then. That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Bem, não vai ter tanto, pelo que eu tô vendo aqui, a gente tá tendo um pouco mais de fluidez aqui. Não vai ter tanta, a gente não tá tendo tanto problema, né? Vamos lá. Quanto tempo vocês estão trabalhando nisso?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this. Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Na hora se dá pra entrar, tinha algum significado, deve ter alguma explicação razoável, pelo que eu vi, não são coisas que ele viu também. Não, isso aqui a gente já sabe que ele viu.
There might be a reasonable explanation. I wasn't there. I didn't see what you saw. I'm just not in a position to say for sure. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right? Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Foi parado de missões da constelação, beleza.
Oh gosh, no, I mean that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Sarah disse algo sobre o lugar para eu ficar, mas eu posso ajudar para te ajudar. Eu não sei, vamos...
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Recursos orgânicos deveriam aprender sobre os artefatos?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Tá, depois eu vou fazer esse do vamos dar uma
Planning on
olhada nisso
sticking
aqui.
around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Vamos lá.
Great, let's see what you have.
Vender do inventário da base.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
Tá. Aqui acabou,
Stay
beleza.
safe, okay?
I am at your service, Captain.
Tá,
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
Desenvolvimento de entreposto.
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years. My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Agora o seu trabalho é me dar apoio e me proteger. É bom que você leve o seu trabalho a sério.
As per Protocol Indigo, which Barrett invoked on Vectera, Your identity has been successfully added to the list of humans considered essential and or valuable. There is no cause for concern, Captain. I am and will remain at your service. The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
Mas eu vou experimentar na próxima vez que pousar no planeta. Que tipo de estrutura avançada dá para construir? Como eu sei que o planeta tem recursos que eu preciso. Eu vou deixar essas perguntas para depois.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Gerencia a tripulação, revisa e altera as funções de cada membro. Né? Depois, cada membro tem habilidades diferentes. Melhoram naves entreposto. Beleza. Frontier. Não, onde que tá? Beleza, nave. Aqui a gente tem uma lista de naves. Entreposto atual e os entrepostos. Ah, legal, cara. Dá pra... Pô, show de bola. Tá, vamos falar aqui com ela agora, com a Sarah.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Eu vou fazer essas últimas questionamentos. Eu sei que eu tenho várias coisas pra vender. Eu vou fazer igual que eu fazia no Fallout. Como a gente tem pega várias armas, pega tudo. O que eu vou fazer? Eu vou ficar com uma. Se tiver arma em especial, eu vou ficar com todas elas, né? Todas as armas comuns, eu vou ficar com uma de cada tipo. Se puder, se eu tiver algum armamento diferenciado para comprar, eu vou comprar, né? Porque esperar para encontrar com mercenários e as outras assim vai ser um pouco mais complicado, né?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself.
Vamos fazer isso daqui, vamos sair, vamos ver se eu consigo vender as coisas aqui por aqui.
Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do. I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways. We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel. I understand. You've been through a lot. Just let me know.
Pensei que tivesse mais alguma coisa. Não, vamos.
Ready to get out there? We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way. to put pieces like this together. A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to. You've done this before, eh? Wise words. We watch each other's backs. We'll be fine. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Tá, então nossa primeira companheira vai ser a Sarah. Beleza. Aqui eu venho com estrutura final, constelação paga salário.
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
Entendi, então...
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Para ser prudente, uma função devia ter regras? Como assim? Não liga se eu roubar enquanto... Contando que não me peguem? Eu vou perguntar isso aqui.
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means. Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Então, vamos lá, deixa eu ver aqui. Gente, eu ainda tô de roupa. Queria modificar o item da guarita de exploração. Eu não tenho um espaço. Ah, tá. Esse aqui é o... Olha. Tá, aqui. Isso aqui seria, né, Alpha Centauri seria a galáxia mais perto da nossa aqui. O Sol. Não tem como ver, não tem.
Sit back to us. I know he gets into trouble all the time, and everyone...
Método de pesquisa, Frontier. Tá, essa é a nave que a gente tem. Por enquanto é só essa nave, beleza. Ó, tá vendo? Aí dá uma... É porque tá carregando, então é dar umas... travadas, né?
Just sort of accepts he'll be fine, but still...
Greetings, Captain.
Deixa eu ver aqui pra cima aqui. Ó. Vamos ver o que tem por aqui. Ah, tá. Agora é tipo... Tá, é tipo um laboratório. Beleza.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
Bancada, traje espacial. Bancada de armas. Gostei. Escopeta. Cabo zero. Tipo assim, isso aqui é tudo... Ah, missão de constelação. Missão de culinária. Laboratório farmacêutico. Isso aqui é de quem? Normalmente você tem chave, abre alguma coisa aqui. Banheiro. Aqui não, isso aqui é a ponte que a gente voltou. O que acontece? Me falaram até então aqui parece que acertaram, tá vendo? Porque é coisa que acontece no beta. Aqui, né, esse traje aqui, o que acontece? Ele tem um entreposto aqui, tá vendo? Aí é tipo assim, você tava aqui, né, tem um ângulo que você fica aqui, que aí você passando o coisa, você consegue pegar o traje. Como é nível mestre, tá vendo? Depois a gente vê aqui. Ah, aqui embaixo aqui até que é... Tá, aqui é como se fosse nossa base, né? Aqui em cima a gente consegue entrar. Agora eu consigo. É porque a chave, né? Relatório. Taça de coquetel. Aí legal, sextante. Aqui é um quarto. Banheiro. Outro quarto. Assistente de mesa Ovati.
Oh, for God's sake. Drop some of that rubbish already.
Temos mais uma cama aqui. Mais uma cama. Tá peso. Até sempre bota um baralho de necessário, né? Estojo, relógio. Ah, legal. É o estojo do relógio que a gente ganhou. Ó, tipo uma sala de reunião. Dispensa. Olha, tem até tipo um bar. Os dardos. Coisa aqui, tá vendo? Tudo que é que a gente pode mexer, né? Tem aqui. Ah, legal. Ah, vamos descer e vamos embora. Não, pera aí, tem mais uma coisa aqui pra cima aqui. Nossa, outra saída. Vamos ver pra onde que essa saída vai levar a gente. Demorando bastante a transição. Legal, cara. Tipo, terraço. Isso do atirador. Ele tem resistência para radiação, não tem resistência atmosférica. Vamos botar esse traje aqui. Ah, mochila com... Ah, legal. Então, esse aqui é do hacker, esse aqui é mais 2, né? 20% de capacidade de oxigênio. Ah, legal. Então, o legal de ter esses capacetes, né? É que a gente consegue, né, ver o... Ah, vamos botar aqui. É porque eu não quero... Ah, não faz nada não.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing's changed.
Atividades. Dinheiro tem outras distrações e serviços. Depois eu vou parar pra ver isso daqui. Eu quero uma loja que eu quero. Caraca, cara, o negócio aqui é... Athena Tower. Arsenal. Aqui a gente não consegue...
There's nothing that ensures personal safety and security the way a firearm can. Welcome to Centurion Arsenal. It is my absolute pleasure to assist you with any purchases or questions you may have. All sales are final, but that won't matter because you will undoubtedly be pleased with your purchase. You have my word.
O que você recomendaria?
Well, that's not a simple question, is it? It all depends on who's asking. I have my own personal favorites, but I wouldn't presume to know yours. Tell me, were you to find yourself in the unfortunate position of needing to use a weapon, what suits you best? Something up close and personal? Rapid fire? Is precision a consideration?
Manter a distância que precisa, tanto faz que eu fique com o pé no fim. Prefiro explodir as coisas logo.
Well, I'm afraid grenades are not something we carry. The liability is just a bit too high. But there is the Bridger by Laredo. It's not a personal choice of mine, but it might well be what you're looking for. Please, take a look.
Tá, vamos vender primeiro. Aquele que eu falei, tá vendo? Ó, machado. Temos 8. Granel também, 5. Tá vendo? Ele vende... Nossa, cara. 9 turbilhão. Vamos ver aqui. Fuzil incomum. Soldador de arco. Tá aqui tem muita. Como é que a gente... Cara, como é que eu compro? Ah, tá, agora que eu fui ver. Cartucho de escopeta sem estojo. Tá, deixa... Como é que eu vejo aqui? A munição cartucho... Ah, tá. Tá aqui, ó. Ó, cartucho sem estojo. Beleza.
Only the finest collection of armaments in the settled systems.
Deixa eu ver aqui. Porque é muita arma diferente. Que eu não sei o que a gente tem de munição, tá vendo? 1.5, 6.5. Tá. 1.5 e 6.5. Não tem mais nada aqui. Não consigo comprar mais nada, beleza. O que eu tenho aqui de... Nossa, ainda tô com sobrepeso. E aqui eu não consigo vender os trajes. Esse dia aqui é o quê? Carl Johnson. Ah tá, tipo uma lanchonete, não. Dependendo do peso. Aqui, loja de roupas. Vamos ver se os uniformes a gente consegue vender.
Be my guest.
É
See
engraçado.
you again, I'm sure.
Os trajes espaciais, então a gente não consegue vender, né? Lá tem um monte de porcaria aqui que eu quero vender. Ó, QRM é tipo um centro médico. Quero ver o que tem mais aqui por cá.
Just tell me how many zeros I need to add to the offer.
I'm sorry, sir, but we can't sell to you. UC citizens only.
Ah!
Uma coisa diferente, uma coisa legal com relação ao... É indiferente do...
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
Veículo de transporte. Ah, legal. Que a gente pode andar Uma das coisas que eu vou fazer, eu vou arrumar um lugar depois pra colocar as coisas, né? E vou guardar.
Defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty,
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
Talvez depois que a vanguarda. Vamos adoraria juntar. Quero me alistar, não. Agradeço. Prefiro explorar as estrelas e lutar em guerras.
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
A vez depois tem a sua desconsideração primeiro.
Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Vamos lá, uma descoberta científica sendo usada como enfeite que é indigno. Vamos fazer a primeira pergunta aqui.
Kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
Então, aqui é 2330.
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something. What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it. Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Bar, num espaço porto, me sinto em casa. Que faremos sobre Sidonia? Moama falou
You'll have to ask him. But Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that. Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like. It's definitely a lifestyle, burning helium out there, seeing where the stars take you. I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
Pergunte a Memória sobre Sidônia, então. Ah, a gente tem aqui o... Beleza. Social. Físico. Ah, tá. Aqueles três que a gente escolhe, tá vendo? São os que tem aqui. Né, que a gente libera. Controle de mira. Quer ser... Não, uma das coisas que eu quero descobrir... Jornamento, intimidação... Clandestinidade... Aqui há travas avançadas como... Ah, tá. Agora que eu entendi. Ah, isso aqui é interessante, ó. Aqui, esse aqui é o para hackear, né? A gente já começa no nível 1. Quando eu conseguir arrombar, né, no 5 cadeados, ele me abre a possibilidade de upar pro nível 2. Ah, legal. Agora eu entendi isso aqui. Sucata, gastronomia. Compra venda 25 itens únicos. Tá, vamos furtividade aqui. Ah, legal. Tá, já fiz lambança aqui. Missão velha definida. Não sobre a entrada da vanguarda, investigue apagões no poço. Ah, é, isso aqui foi uma das desvantagens que eu... Um monte entreposto no planeta. Vamos lá, visite... Vamos isso aqui, visite os pais. Isso aqui é uma desvantagem que a gente tem.
You some kind of an acrobat?
Só cortando caminho. Distrito residencial.
You see that scientist out in front of mast, staring at trees, sounds upset?
Pera, Tower.
Can't be that bad, right?
Tá, a gente tá na qualidade baixa. Muita coisa aqui que a gente vê aqui que é bem estranho. Mas, tipo assim, a qualidade da...
Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
Tem um novo trabalho com consideração. Não fique esperando o pior. Consegui uma promoção ótima. Vamos falar isso aqui.
Now. It's just with our family. The news isn't always great, but Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Vamos ver como é. Sabe sobre a constelação? Nunca ouvi falar nela.
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time. I must say, it's been a while since I've heard anything about them, though. Glad to know they're still around.
Vamos ver como é.
Oh, in life you need to celebrate the victories you get. Because you don't know when the next one's coming. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
Tá, banheiro. Mochila de colégio.
Is it really necessary for you to
Me dei a mochila da escola, tava novinha, nossa.
drag around all that gear?
Típico da Bethesda, você tem um espelho que você não tem o... não tem muito aqui o que fazer, né? janela. Agora, deixa eu só comentar aqui. Eu peguei, né, exatamente esse... Ah, tá, olha que legal. Essa aqui é uma das desvantagens, né? Eu peguei exatamente essa desvantagem só por causa de um motivo, né? Nem porque tem que dar uma porcentagem para eles todo o dinheiro ganho. Mas se a gente continuar visitando, né? Provavelmente deve ter missão, alguma coisa assim para fazer deles. A gente ganha uma nave. Né? Isso aí eu vi assim por alto, né? Um projeto de pesquisa. Isso aqui tem uma missão nova, quer ver? Olha, já tá até de noite. Vamos para o distrito comercial. Albergue.
The market stabilizes soon.
Having a good one? Hi. How you doing?
As you can see, traffic is good.
Hi there.
The sales keep climbing.
Qual item favorito do cardápio?
Hello and welcome to Terra Brew. How may I serve you?
And there are two.
Certainly. Please take your time.
Ah, legal. Dá pra vender. Beleza. Café, não, tá no bem.
Yes, and the sales in the fest didn't dip at all when the second star opened.
Impressive.
Times change.
Infinity limitada.
Don't be nervous. You got this.
Welcome to... Unfortunately, I'm not authorized to make appointments myself.
Infinity is huge. Like staggeringly huge.
Be careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the solar system.
I live.
You're only as safe as your equipment out there.
Vamos ver o que esse cara tem.
Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable gear for whatever adventures may await you. All of our products come highly recommended by individuals who have devoted their lives to distant travel. And while I've never needed them myself, I stand by everything we offer.
Se você não passa muito confiança, acho que você não usa, né?
As I've said, I wouldn't sell anything that hasn't been recommended by frequent travelers. And of course, if they're frequent, that means their equipment is working. Yes, by all means, have a look.
Vamos ver o que ele tem então. Ah, olha isso. Tá, deixa eu fazer uma coisa aqui. Vamos ver aqui tudo que eu tenho aqui pra vender aqui pra ele. Aqui eu posso vender, ó. Zero, caderno, caderno. Tá, isso aqui não. Bem, isso aqui também não faz muita diferença, né? Mochila de mineração, mochila de colégio. Ah, esses capacetes aqui até que são diferentes, né? Tá bom.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Deixa eu ver agora o que... Como é que estamos de peso? Tá, ainda não tá. É comércio, a gente já... Aí já, ó, tá vendo? Aí liberou aqui nível 2. Agora tem que mudar o... Subir de nível, né? vamos lá. Vamos sair daqui. Eu vou falar com o cara na árvore. A gente vai encerrar o... Ah, tá legal, pô, conhecer isso aqui, né? Agora a gente tá abaixo do peso limite, né? Vamos dar uma olhada no que... Agora praticamente não...
Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course.
Não sei o que lá.
If there is any way, Gal Bank makes personal finance easy. Money, as long as you have some, should. I do hope you're taking advantage of our remote transaction benefits.
Isso aqui é tipo um banco.
Hey, no funny stuff with that booze pack.
Tá vendo as agarradas que dá? Ah tá, isso aqui é tudo num lugar só. Vamos ver aqui esse cara aqui.
It's amazing to think that this tree predates New Atlantis. Can you imagine all the changes it's seen?
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this. I am not staring, I am analyzing. This is important xenobiological work. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
I've passed by this particular tree many times, and honestly, I never gave it a second thought. Does it hold some sort of special significance?
Finally, somebody understands. Unless, wait, you're not mocking me, right? People. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Talvez tenha interesse em algo pra mim depois.
A mercenary, huh? Well, I'm sure we can work something out. So, are you on board? Well, that's... Thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Been a long time since I've been to Mars. Sol system doesn't get a lot of traffic.
Encontrar os biosensores. São quantos biosensores aqui que a gente tem? Vamos lá, 1, 2, 3, 4. Vamos fazer essa aqui. A gente vai cortando caminho pra ser mais rápido.
Shayla.
Ah, tá aqui é o distrito, a residência. A ponto de habilidade. Comprar ou vender 75 itens. Tá bom. Outra coisa que eu acho que poderia ter, que não tem, é o mapa. Tipo assim, a gente tá aqui dentro do planeta, tinha que ter um mapa do...
Bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she won't get it back by annoying us.
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
O ovo que encontrou não tá repitando. Tá, vamos lá.
Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Caraca, quer dizer, o último biosensor, o garoto vendeu.
You okay? That was a hell of a jump.
I'm on tax duty tomorrow. Can't wait.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be filed until the customer feedback system is back online. I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but you know how these things are. I am sorry for any potential inconvenience. Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on schedule soon.
Você comprou ovo de menino pouco?
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it?
Só uma coisa que eu deixei cair esses dias, nada demais, nada da sua conta, daí pode me dar ele. Não. Vamos falar a verdade.
Really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
Tá doido?
Pleasure doing business with you. I hope we have what you need.
Vamos ver o que ela tem. Ah, ela vende tudo. Ai, gostei dessa aqui, hein? Uma arma com silenciador. Traje fuzileiro.
Right. Come back if you need something else.
Vamos voltar pro cara lá, então. Uma maneira boa até da gente conhecer também um pouco também mais daqui, porque não tem mapa do lugar, né?
Evening, sir.
Vamos voltar lá pro cara. A gente não consegue mergulhar. Já dá pra mergulhar, né?
I appreciate your assistance, but I still need all of those sensors. I need all of the biosensors if the data is to be of any use.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us.
All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is. Relief. Now, let's see. This is... well, it's... oh my. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I will report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
Que bom que validar as suas perguntas não parece ser boa notícia.
Yes, it does feel good to be right. Particularly when others have attempted to convince you otherwise. Repeatedly. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in MAST at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Tá, na verdade lucrando 1.900, né? Tá bom. Bem, isso aqui a gente tem uma nova...
Thank you for your help retrieving the biosensors.
Ali já é uma... Estive apagando o poço. Mostrar no mapa. Tá.
Wherever slates are sold.
Desce aqui porque... Vamos pegar a nave. A gente vai pro... A gente vai pro... Vai pra Marte, né? Mas eu vou fazer isso aqui no próximo vídeo. Galera, se vocês gostaram, deixa o like, se inscreva no canal. Até a próxima com mais vídeo. Valeu!